playing hockey since I was 4 years old. And in that time, I've seen a lot of things, and more importantly, I've experienced a lot of things through firsthand experience that have worked and have not worked to make me successful in hockey. Hopefully you can learn from some of the mistakes that I have had and that I have seen that I'm gonna share with you today. A lot of places I can start this video off. I have an idea. 2XL Earl Grey tees.
Brand new Jeep.
I'll tell you what, if I win that Jeep, I'll take you for a ride when I come back.
Oh, nice.
You just gotta get me that cup.
This is your brand new Jeep, man.
What can I say? I love my tee. It's a nice day, so let's go talk. When it comes to hockey, hands down, I think the #1 most overlooked thing by so many parents, players, and just everybody in general is the competitive nature of the game itself. People see fun. They see the fun, they want to be a part of that. And what they don't understand is that when you play for a while, you're gonna hit adversity. Unless you're Sidney Crosby, you're gonna hit a brick in the wall, a bump in the road, and when you hit that bump in the road, that is when you're gonna find out your true character. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I'm not the best athlete. Guys that are way better than me growing up ended up quitting at one point because they hit a bump in the road. They didn't want to keep going. But I'm still playing, luckily. The second part, I've had so many times in my career where I thought I was the best goalie on the team. Coaches didn't think so. And if you were really as good as you think you are, you'd have the spot. Maybe the coach doesn't have the knowledge that he should. Maybe the coach is making bonehead decisions and his kid plays on the team. There's a lot of variables that can come into play here. So for example, if you're the parent, don't go shoot your mouth off to the coach telling him how wrong he is and you think your kid should be starting. No bitching and complaining is gonna change that 99% of the time. And don't go thinking you're that 1% because it doesn't happen very often. What a beautiful day out. No school today at all either. This is probably one of the biggest lessons I have learned in my career up to this point in time. Time is not a very good measuring stick. You can go and tell people on Instagram how much time you spend working your bag off all summer. That doesn't mean anything. When I tried out for the Prince George Cougars in the WHL in 2013, I'd spent that entire summer working my ass off, trying to get better. And one of the hardest lessons I had to understand all this time didn't equate to the result that I wanted. Sorry, I'm just dying over here. Have a great day. You need to be asking yourself, what asset of your game are you trying to improve to better yourself to go from here to here? The next point, anybody that tells you you play for fun is full of shit. There's a reason you keep score, there's a reason you keep track of stats. It's to play the game and to win the game and get better. So whoever tells you you're just playing for fun clearly was never successful enough to understand what it was like to be a winner. When you think of having fun, you're winning, you're succeeding both personally and as a team, and you're having a genuine good time. So when someone tells you to have fun, that is the root of it. And when you do that consistently, you will genuinely have fun and build confidence, which is the quintessential key to any sport. And to be honest, anything in life. To be honest, I completely forgot what the next part of the video was. Just give me a second to think about it. If you want to be successful in sport, you have to do something other than the sport. So for example, if my entire life revolves around hockey, I'm gonna get burnt out, and I eat, sleep, and breathe this game. There's nothing I would rather do than get on a fresh sheet of ice and stop some pucks. But you need some away time. You know, for some guys, it's playing another sport, maybe basketball, football, soccer. As you can tell, I like making videos. This is my drone, it's awesome, but I crashed into a tree the other day. Now, you don't have to like flying drones or even like making videos at all. You have to find ways to get away from the game and keep this fresh. The drone I have right now is a DJI Mavic Air. The one I had before was a Phantom 3 Pro. Looks something like this. Drones are really dangerous. They take a lot of skill to master, but if you have some extra money kicking around, I highly recommend getting one. Pretty fun. Sorry, I just gotta tie my shoe back up. When you start off young, you have a very small pool of players. Probably a bunch of kids that you live next door to. But as you get older, it gets bigger. The municipality, the city, the province, or the state, the talent pool gets better, and you have to stay on top of your game and keep developing. Kids that refuse to take no for an answer and keep knocking on doors stay in the game. Kids that take no for an answer end up quitting. You've probably seen empty nets with better stat lines than I had in junior A. Let's call it for what it is, it ain't pretty. And my college stats this year aren't even much better. But point being, I've been able to stick in the game because I've been resilient and I've been dedicated to finding new opportunities to stick in the game and try to get better and try to develop my game and try to get to that next level. And this doesn't get talked about enough, is the financial commitment and the financial investment it takes to play hockey. Since I've been 16, I've been paying for all my equipment on my own, and everything I use is pro level because I need the protection and I need the performance to play at the levels that I do. You can get away with lower level stuff when you're a lot younger, but as you get older, you need to move into the more expensive stuff. That is when companies gouge you and take your money. $2,000 set of pad, $1,000 helmet, $400 stick, $700 glove. That's not even including hockey fees, travel fees, and bus fees, but it's an absolute financial investment if you want to play competitive hockey for the long run and be successful at it. Okay, so one of the downsides of being so tall is the camera's never usually tall enough for me, so I'm using this Pack 5 gum to keep elevated as like a tripod. You can burn a bridge at any time. Once you've burnt it, you can't go back. There's been many times in my career where I've been released by a team or I've been told something by a coach and I wanted to give him an absolute, or her, an absolute piece of my mind and tell them how I really feel. That I don't think they know anything about hockey. You should not be running a bath, let alone a team. You need to pick your battle. You have two types of coaches in this world. You have the types of coaches, my guy wants to play for me. He wants it. I'm gonna give him an opportunity and let's see what happens. Those are the kind of coaches you wanna play for. Sad thing is, they're very few and far between. Most of the coaches you're gonna play for are gonna be, if you tell them that you wanna play, you want an opportunity, that's you challenging their ability to assess talent and do its best for the team. You're gassed. See you later. And he's probably gonna talk shit about you to every other coach in the league, and you're never gonna come back in that league. So understand, coaches talk, community is very small. Now, this wasn't intentional, but I did forget to roll up my roll-up cup before I threw it out, and it's in this dumpster right here. So you're probably about to witness the most Canadian thing you've seen all week. I'm gonna go dumpster diving and try to get this roll-up cup back and see if I won that Jeep. There's like 10,000 roll-up cups in here, and I gotta figure out which one's mine. I didn't win shit. I don't know how that's gonna go back down, but whatever. Now, the next big part is a relationship. And I'm not talking about living the dream and getting a bunch of girls. Finding people to get in your life and in your hockey circle that are supportive. I would not be playing hockey today if I didn't have my dad around, because my dad has been the most supportive when it comes to my hockey journey and instilling a foundation in me that has enabled me to have a little bit of success and not take no for an answer. The hard work and dedication, understanding that if you want to be successful, it ain't gonna come easy. Also on the relationship standpoint, building relationships with coaches. This coach knows this coach. You get a hookup, you go play for this team. I've been cut by more teams and more leagues than most kids can probably name. MJ, MMJ, SI, Noj, US Premier, WHL. When you have connections, it makes stuff a lot easier. As much as you want to believe it's about how good you are, it's also about who you know and the connections you have with those people. My personal goalie coach, we met online. He made a difference on my game online before I even met him, and I just bought into what he was selling. And whenever he gives me information, I know that he has my best interest in mind. So if I just shut up, listen, and try to do what he's telling me, I can see the difference it'll make in my game. So I just got home, and these new drone propeller blades were in the mail. I'm gonna follow my own rule I set up. I'm gonna fly the drone, take it out for a rip. Now, it's my first time flying it since I crashed it, so we're gonna take it nice and easy just to start. It works! Hate to interrupt the video, but I just got really hungry, and the video's gonna have to wait till I get some food, so. Whether you're just starting hockey, maybe you're just getting into junior, whatever the case may be, hopefully some of this will help you. Recently, and by recently I mean for the last 2 years, there's this thing we do at the end of every vlog where I send you off with a very special message from Sideline Swap. Go to sidelineswap.com. They have the best deals on pro return new and used sporting equipment online. I'll see you next week.